Welcome all to the second part of today's session, that is RCOG Trainee Registration and MRCOG Part 1 Eligibility Application. We begin with RCOG Master MRCOG with concept-oriented clarity. In today's session, we are going to discuss and see about how to register yourself with RCOG and how to send your application for assessment for Part 1 eligibility. Okay, so for this, what you need to do, you need to go to the website of RCOG, that is rcog.org.uk. Once you visit this website, you will see this kind of homepage. Okay, so if you come on the homepage, we want to first create our account. Okay, so go on the top and right corner and look for this register or sign in. Okay, so you need to click here, register or sign in. Once you click here, you will get this kind of page. They'll ask you the email, and here it is a click. But if you are a first timer, you do not have your account, in that particular case, you need to click here, register now. Don't have an account, register. So if you are a first time candidate, you will register, you will click here and you will register yourself. Okay, so how will you register? So once you click on the register now, you will get this kind of page, and these details you need to fill. That is, you need to fill your title, the first name, the last name, and what is the type of email, whether you are using home email or work email. Okay, whichever you want to put, you put. Generally, I prefer personal email or the home email, because sometimes, when you change the job, work related or institution related, this email you may not have access. So always better to have personal. This is what is my personal opinion. Okay, then put your email ID, and wherever there is an asterisk, those details are mandatory. And the most important thing in creating the account is ensure that your first name and the last name will match with your government ID and your degree certificate and registration certificate. Okay, so once you put all these details, you need to click on the send verification code. Okay, so once you click here, you will get some verification code by your email, and that code you need to fill in the particular window. And once you verify your with that particular code, your RCOG account will get created. You need to go back again on to the home page, and with the email and the password which you have created, you need to log in. Okay, so if you go to the profile section, you will find your 6-digit RCOG number, and this RCOG number is useful throughout your career for part 1, part 2, and part 3. This number is important for further correspondence and application with the RCOG. So this does not change. Okay, so that is how you register yourself with RCOG. Okay, so I think many doctors and C doctors, you have already done this particular part, right?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, now coming to the application for eligibility. Now you have got your RCOG account. Okay, now you need to send your application for the eligibility. Okay, now who needs to send the application? If you are a fresh candidate for the first time, then you need to send your application to the RCOG for eligibility. Okay, if uh, I have applied and I had my eligibility approved for previous MRCG part 1, do I need to send my application? No, you do not have to send. It is only one time process. Okay, so once you register, at that time only you send the application. If you have sent once, then you need not send. Okay, so if you have already approved your eligibility, you don't have to send another application. Okay, so eligibility application is form is available in the it is available on the RCOG website, that you need to fill online only. You need to attach documents and then submit with the sign. Okay, this also we'll see step by step. Okay, how to submit your eligibility application. Okay, so eligibility application processing time, generally it takes around 4 weeks for the processing, and 4 to 6 weeks you can say. Application submitted less than 4 weeks before the proposed period may not be approved in the time. So always check the eligibility deadlines. Okay, so eligibility deadline is going to be very, very important. Now, what are the things which you need to keep ready? You need to keep your RCOG account number or the 6-digit number which you have already created, as I told you. Then your primary medical qualification, MBBS. Even if you are a postgraduate, they need a primary medical qualification, that is MBBS. Okay, so always use your primary medical qualification, then primary medical degree certificate and the registration certificate. Okay, then government issued identity proof, either passport, driving license, or original birth certificate. Okay, and the most important, name on ID should match with the whatever is the name on your document. Okay, if there is a name difference, then authorized proof for the name change is required, either marriage certificate or the legal document is required. Okay, now let's see how will you send your application for eligibility. Okay, so once you go on the home page, you will find this option of career and training. Okay, under this, if you click here, you will find these options: exam, MRCOG, our specialty training examination. So you need to click on this. There is MRCOG, our specialty training exam. Once you click on this, you will get this kind of page. Okay, you need to scroll down a little bit and you will get this kind of page where it is written MRCOG exam overview. Okay, so for part one candidate, you need to click this in the part one, start your journey. Okay, so once you click here, that is start your journey, then you will get this kind of page. MRCOG part 1 exam, how to apply. Okay, then first is the RCOG account. This we have already seen that we have done it from here. The other way is you can go into this way, whatever I just told you, and from here also you can register if you are totally new. The second, what we are seeing is how to send the application for eligibility. Okay, now here there is a submit an eligibility application. So you need to click here. Okay, once you click here, you will get this kind of stage: submit your MRCOG part 1 eligibility application. As I told you, you need to have your RCOG account number, which is a 6-digit number which we have created, that you need to put here. Okay, and the most important thing is I am applying as, there are two options: a GMC registered candidate, a non-GMC registered candidate. GMC registered means the one who is registered with General Medical Council, the one who is working in the UK, either graduated from the UK or graduated from the outside, but got a GMC because maybe lab clearance or something like that. So those candidates will click here. Those who do not have the GMC registration, only you are practicing in your country, in that particular case, you will click here, a non-GMC registered candidate. So you are appearing as a non-GMC registered candidate. Okay, so this is going to be the very important thing. After that, what are the documents which I have already mentioned? You need to have your account number ready, medical registration number ready, then documents like government document such as a passport, driving license, etc., and your primary medical degree certificate or medical register, either of these particular copy, you need to scan it and upload it. Okay, and language, all documents should be in the English. If they are not in English, then authorized English translation is attached. And the most important, I have already mentioned that if there is a name difference, you need to attach the authorized proof for the change of name. Okay, so that also you need to attach. Okay, so you need to attach those particular file, like your primary medical qualification or your this registration certificate. Okay, then ID, government ID, and third, if there is a change in name, that also you need to attach. Now this is an optional thing: ethnicity and diversity monitoring. Like what is your ethnicity, what is your nationality, this is optional. If you want to fill, you can fill, otherwise you can skip that. Okay, then if you come down below, there is a privacy statement, and there is a declaration which you need to read, and then you click here, I have read and confirmed the above declaration, then it is written as a signature. Okay, here you don't have to, here it is an online, so you need to type your name. Okay, type your name, because you can't sign over here, so you just type your name and that finishes your application, and then you click on the submit. Okay, so what we have seen, how to create an account and get the RCOG number, 6-digit. Second, what we have seen, how to apply for the eligibility. The eligibility processing time is approximately 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, and these two things does not require any charge. Okay, they are free of cost. Third is expression of interest. Now this expression of interest means you are interested in appearing for this particular upcoming examination. So every time you need to send the expression of interest, but the eligibility application only once. Okay. And why this is required expression of interest? Because the RCOG comes to know how many potential candidates are there appearing for the upcoming examination, so they can create those many slots which are available. Okay, because it is a computer based test, so you need to have the centers. Okay, so accordingly they will be able to look into the logistics. Okay, so you need to send the expression of interest every time. Okay, if you would like to see the next available MRCG part 1, then we need to submit expression of interest online. Okay, in order to sit the MRCG Part 1 examination, you must submit your Part 1 eligibility application by the appropriate deadline. So you should have already submitted or received your eligibility confirmation. Okay, either you should have submitted, because you can still apply for the expression of interest. Okay, first time candidates can submit the expression of interest form before the outcome of their MRCG eligibility application. However, eligibility approval is necessary at the time of booking and not at the time of sending the expression of interest. Okay, and this also does not require any charges. The fees is to be paid only when you are booking. So if you start preparing now, you will become confident by the time the window opens, then you fill the form. Okay, so by any chance if you feel that you are still not prepared, then you don't fill the form. Even if you have sent the expression of interest, you go for the next batch. Okay, candidates must submit new expression of form every for every exam. Okay, previous submissions may not be guaranteed for consideration. Completing the form does not guarantee a place. Okay, then processing time is around 4 to 6 weeks, as I already. Then comes the last, that is the booking examination. Okay, so generally they'll declare on the website. We'll see in the subsequent slide that when the booking window will open. Okay, once the booking window opens, you have to log in using your RCOG account, email address, and password. Then you will be directed to the RCOG exam candidate portal. Okay, where you can search and book the available test center. Generally, if you book on the same day, immediately once the book, you will get the preferred center close to your working place or near to the your residence. Okay, the default search will show the test centers closest to you, your registered address. Then spaces are limited and operate on first come first serve basis. Availability at listed test center is not guaranteed when you log in. Okay, that is why you should log in immediately. Okay, and this is the most important, you need to know the deadline. So those candidates who are totally new, they should first create an account, then they should send the eligibility okay, now itself, because the deadline is 10th of March. Still there is a time, but this requires processing time of 4 to 6 weeks, so you should send it now. Then you should also send the expression of interest if you are planning to appear on June 30th. Okay, and your application or the booking window will open in April. Okay, by this time your 70-80% syllabus should be completed. Okay, this window will close till 2nd June, but we will not wait for booking till 2nd of June. We will book examination on 21st April itself. The date of examination is 30th June and the result will be released on 29th of July. Okay, so that finishes the second session regarding how to submit the application for eligibility and how to create an account with RCOG. Thank you very much.